Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 26th of January and it's morning, evidently, as it's bright. I'm heading into work and yep, just dropped the boy off at school. Again, I've got some deliveries on the way into work, so took the opportunity to start a little bit later while doing that and also drop my boy off. And yeah, this week it's been quite a busy week, to be honest. Last weekend was pretty good actually. I had a reasonable enough weekend. Got some stuff done at home and went to Rocked on Sunday with the boy. So that's the indoor climbing centre, and yeah, we had a bit of a blast there. He had a good climb on the walls and a go in the sort of the ball pit and play area thing and everything else. So yeah, that was pretty good actually. It's a good time there. At work it's been sort of busy as usual. Quite a lot on, just sort of paperwork wise at the moment. It's a little quieter still because it's January and it's always like that, but there's quite a lot of paperwork to sort out. There's a lot to still think about and deal with as far as streamlining how we work a bit. Pardon me. So yeah, it's all going on. And Wednesday I had to deliver a coffee machine to Pontefract. So by now you'll see a video I put up last night of that little trip, which was interesting. It was pouring with rain, pouring, blowing a gale Wednesday morning. I mean, the good news is the snow's gone. So yeah, that's something to be thankful for, I suppose. No snow, but instead just rain and wind and all sorts of horrible things. So just sneak past these, no hassle, until we hit the school zone. Pretty good. So yeah, so I took that trip to Pontefract, which was interesting actually. An experience. Managed to get my machine installed, not the easiest of tasks. Just not prepared, I think, really, is the word for the people. But we got it in one way or the other, creatively. Bit of a combined effort, and so that was good. Go on, let me go, because you know you're only letting 2 cars past. And you're going where? Into there, right, okay, lovely. Yeah, it's all fun and games. The morning rush. Oh, and there's more.
Warning, K-band, radar, check.
Go on then, let's fight our way past all this parking. Excuse me while I concentrate profusely on not crashing into things. Oh, there's another cadger behind me. Lovely. Distracted by other cars. Other cars like mine, should I say. So yes, in fact that does remind me of a small problem I've encountered. So for moving big equipment, fortunately I don't have to do so much now. I have a trolley which has like a removable top. It's got like a ratchet lever that locks the top down, and then you can sort of an F-pace. Distracted again by cars. They're quite nice, but that'll eat diesel for breakfast. 2.0 diesel Jaguar F-pace. Absolutely demolish diesel.
Speed trap limit 30 miles per hour.
They look good though, and they go damn quick. My aunt over in York, her boss's boy who runs York Maze, he's got one of those, and my God, it shifts. God, it goes like a rocket. But yeah, you're forever going to be filling the damn thing up with diesel every few miles. So anyway, I digress from what I was talking about. So with trolley, you can put a lever down and then lift the back up, and you literally, it slides off the platform it sits on of the trolley into the boot of the car, and then you can fold up the sort of wheels and base. He's obviously got his on eco mode. Fold up the wheels and base and put them away in, and it's great. So when you get to where you're going to, you undo the wheels and base and you slide them around the back, and you can sort of lift and slide onto them your heavy weight, and then you can wheel it where you want to go to, so there's no lifting it out the back of the vehicle, which is really handy. And that's why previously I've always gone for cars with a flat entry to the boot. So like I had a Fiat Estate, then I had the Reynolds, the Vauxhall Zafira flat boot again, and then the Renault Grand Scenic flat boot again. And I got this, which has got a flat boot, because I made sure of that when I was getting it, that it got a nice flat boot to slide my trolley onto. Didn't pay attention to how high up that boot actually is, and surprise surprise, it's higher up on this, because this is one of those SUV type vehicles.
30 miles per hour.
My goodness, maybe he's had a few speeding tickets recently, this guy, because he's making sure he gets none more. So yes, unfortunately that means my trolley base sort of hits the number plate when it should be sliding straight in. Now I did manage to get it in the car without too much trouble. I just kind of lifted the lip of the base up and hung it over the back of the boot, and I could slide it off the trolley wheels and in. Getting it back out wasn't so easy, because of course then it's dropping down quite a distance onto the wheels, and I've got to line up where it sort of connects in and clicks in, and 65 kilos of expensive coffee equipment, you don't really want to get it wrong and it all go falling on the floor and smashing. Solid enough machines, espresso machines, I mean it wouldn't smash, but the nice decorative outer bits of it would be very scuffed and bent and broken and damaged. Oh no, you're not good. Sigh. So I kind of had a struggle getting it out. Fortunately, the builders for the site I was going to turned up while I was away puzzling about how I was going to get it out without actually destroying the thing, and sort of lining it up and whatever else. So they turned up, so they gave me a hand and sort of held on to the far end so we could sort of lift it down onto where it wants to be. But it kind of reduces the effectiveness of it being a one-man thing. I can just go along and slide it out and I'll be off and get in and install. So that was kind of a bit annoying, but I've worked out, I think, when I come across that again, if I do, I really could do with parking up to, well, backing up to a curb, so finding a parking space where the curb is, because the height difference really is exactly a sort of curb height difference. So if I had the trolley on the path and the car on the road, that difference in height would then level it out about perfect. So should I be stuck again, I will have to remember just to back up to a curb space, and then I should be able to do it a cinch. So that was something to remember. This road that was blocked for some time, first week back after Christmas, is going to be blocked again 9th of February for a week. So whatever was wrong with the sewerage system will need fixing. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do for driving to work, because I don't fancy that stupid detour again. Really don't. But the other way to go is Stump Cross, and that's pretty heavy traffic all the time. Or it's gonna be there are some back routes there's a lot of these roads to the left which take you through real back roads, but they're real narrow back roads where you kind of, when you meet a car coming the other way, you can't pass it, and one of you has to back up to a turning space sort of road. So not really an ideal solution. I'm sure some do use those as a sort of a back route, but you know, the idea of getting stuck and backing up and trying to squeeze through tiny gaps doesn't appeal, to be honest, not at all. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, they are. This road will be closed 9th of 2nd 18 till the 19th, 10 days. We'll overcome that problem when it arrives, I suppose. So, of course, the meat and two veg of this week again is going to be my continued journey into the Steemit blockchain, and yeah, it's going well, but damn, it's taken its toll on me. It really is. There's just rather so much to get on with it. Like, come on, people, decide what you're doing. Honestly, it's mayhem. So yeah, it's going well. I'm enjoying it more and more, really. I've kind of sort of taken into this whole idea of this community thing that good old Paul, that old guy Photos, sort of kept encouraging me on, and I couldn't really get it. It took me a while just to get Steemit generally, but I couldn't really get at this sort of being, I don't know, sort of reciprocal. But the thing is, I have realised the reason what was holding me back from it is the main problem I have now. It's a ton of work, because you know you've got to keep up with everyone, and you know, get around everyone and comment on their work. Plus, I'm posting pretty much every day, and then people are commenting on my posts, so I have to go back and comment on their comments on my post, and all of it has to be good effort at commenting. So there's no point just sort of putting well done on a post, or great post, or good work, and whatever else that gets thrown out. Nice post. You know, you've got to read what they put and put a coherent response that shows you have read it, because otherwise it's kind of insulting someone if they put the effort into doing a piece of work and you don't make reference to what's in it in the first place. You just sort of put some flippant remark or whatever else. So, but all of that consumes vast amounts of time, and making the posts takes a lot of time. So last night's post I did on my journey to Pontefract and back again. So that involved, of course, all the video footage. Okay, it's not that much effort because I just slam it all to Final Cut, take out the audio, cut it down. I did adjust the points in it so it's not all speeded up. At some points it goes to regular speed just to accentuate some bits and pieces in the video. And then add some music, which I just use all the bend sound over and over at the moment. I should find some more, but you know, I don't know if I'm that bothered to hunt around really. I know Bob Bell finds some good music. I liked his music on his latest vlog this week. That was excellent. And he also does excellent cuts and edits with his footage, which I wish I had time to do more, but I've got to break it somewhere. I can't do everything. I'm just one person. Yeah, so there was all that, and then you've got to upload that, and then once it's uploaded, I've got to actually create the blog post from it, which again, Bob's sort of pointing out that Steemit's a blogging platform, not so much a video platform. It's a platform for whatever you want, really, but you're quite right. Wow, that's scary. Whatever it might be. So yeah, it can be whatever you want, really. It doesn't have to be anything particular. But you know, the way I've sort of developed how I'm doing Steemit, my grand sort of theory for it is to you know, just create post with as much content and media and information as possible, so I can make them as interesting and appealing for people to look at. Because again, Paul kind of said to me, because I did a post some weeks back about I just didn't know what Steemit wanted from me, because I didn't. And Paul just said, well, you know, my formula is I look at the content I enjoy doing and I make similar content to it, because if I like that, other people might like what I'm doing. So, and that seemed actually a perfect sense to me. It was like, well, why didn't I think of that brilliant idea? So yeah, that is it. I just try and create something that I think I would enjoy, and presumably someone who's got a similar sort of mindset as me will enjoy it as well. So that's kind of where I'm going with it all at the moment. But it does mean, you know, I'm creating lots. I like doing the GIFs now of the video footage, because it gives, you know, a moving picture on the page, but without having to watch a video. It's just there. So pick out certain key points to emphasize what I'm saying in the body text, and then just sort of describe the whole thing. So if people don't want to sit and watch the video, which I have a funny feeling many don't, they don't have to. They can just look at my rundown of what's happening, description, which I try and make as fun and different as possible, and then you know, the video's at the bottom if they want to watch that. If they don't, whatever. So yeah, that's going really well, and I've had kind of a week of good posts, really, one way or the other. I'm trying to think of all the ones I've done this week, actually. I'm starting to lose track with so many of the things. I'm getting a bit grotty on the windscreen. So when we park up in a minute, I might have to have a brief sneaky look to see. I wonder if I should let some of these go, you know. It's just going to end up a big queue if we all don't. So the trouble is, of course, once you let one go, everyone goes, and then you see, he's been nice and letting me go now. And it's the police camera van. He's off to park up there somewhere, I bet. See if he can generate some revenue. So yeah, on the whole, it's going quite well. The Brits tag is taking off, I'm pleased to say. So that was a great innovation. I mean, I came up with that as a joke with someone I found, is Neil Davidson in Leeds, and it was kind of thing, because it's very difficult. I've in fact realised since then there's a few people I followed that I thought weren't British that are British, and it's just like, how did that happen? Oh, do you know, I should have gone underneath the bridge. Oh, 'tis no problem, we'll just go left and down. Force of habit, you see. I'm not paying attention that much to what I'm doing because I'm talking, and I've just gone the way I normally go, and I didn't want to go this way. I didn't want to do that. Oh well. So yeah, there's quite amazing actually. You sort of suddenly realise. So there's Neil Davidson over in Leeds, and he kind of come up with it. He's created a Discord channel now. I've no idea about them. I've only just started working out to frequent the things, but yeah, he made one just for like the UK Brits one. So I'm just trying to now get everyone who is like a UK poster on Steemit encouraged to use the Brits tag, and then we can have a huge list on Steemit just of you know, Brits posting on Steemit, which would be quite cool, just to, you know, make it easier if you want to hunt around and just look at, support the content of your countrymen. And I got tripped up by that. Oh, we're off. So yeah, it's that's going well, and it just seems to be taking off at the moment. I don't really know how. I've got to admit, I have to be now one of the most sort of drawn or replicated people on Steemit.
Warning, K-band radar check.
By a long way, because after the lovely Bridget.art did my gorgeous portrait, which I thoroughly liked and also display everywhere I can for the world to see. In fact, every comment I have now, I drop in that picture with just it's got an embedded link, so it's kind of sneaky because it's my little picture to say, it's like my calling card on people's comments now. But it's also, you can click on it and it links straight through to my blog, so it's kind of like a sneaky way to get people to view my content. Just remember which direction to go first. We're going to see Stuart at the Loom Lounge first, I think. So I got that portrait done, and then one of my new friends from the Alliance, is it Hussein? Is it Hussein? Hussein? I forget it entirely. Sorry, mate. But anyway, he drew me. But this is genius. This is absolute genius. He drew me in coffee. He used coffee as the ink to draw me, and I was like, that's just really clever, outstandingly clever. So yeah, he did my portrait in coffee, and I was just like, wow, this is, you know, I'm starting to be the most painted person on Steemit. And then another one of my followers, out of the blue, created like a digital art image of me, as like to be a bit of a sort of display banner, which I will use. I've not used yet. I've not had a chance really, but that was stunning as well. So yeah, just everyone's dying to make stuff for me, which is fantastic because I'm rubbish at doing anything creative or talented. So the fact that talented, creative people are supporting me and sort of doing stuff like that, it's a great benefit. So right, off we go down here, underneath where we were before. Into the depths of Dean Clough, under the bridge. So yeah, still can't remember any of the posts for the life in me that I want to remember, but hey, wait for this guy because it's a bit thin. I want to be fighting for position. Head down here, and we're going to have to speak nicely to the barrier person to see if they will let us in today. Kindly. Maybe.
Hi, can I help?
I've got a delivery for the Loom Lounge.
Right, okay, 20 minutes.
No problem, thank you. 20 minutes. That's 18 minutes more than I need. Well, I say that, if we get chatting it might take a while. I've got Mr. Ellis's words of wisdom to do, so...
Warning, K-band, radar, check speed.
That could take a while as well, is it? I'm going to say, has he shut that bit? Thank you. We just back into this little hole here. No one will mind. Right, let me rush his fine coffee goods in. So Stuart at the Loom Lounge is my customer in Halifax who's now roasting his own coffee with a 1 kilo roaster. So he's still got his coffee shop here, and then the other side of this building he's got a little roastery where he's set up, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, I shall go and drop my stuff off and be back. And I'm back, and yes, we did get talking quite a lot. So Mr. Lennis's words of wisdom will now be done outside the engine room, our next port of call on today's miraculous journey around the coffee houses of Halifax. Yeah, because I want to get out of here within the 20 minutes boundary, or they'll lock me in forever. And believe me, it was bad enough being locked into damn Pickering, not Pickering, Pontefract, wasn't it? Pontefract. Yeah, I got trapped in that pedestrian zone. I'll go this way and you go that way, but don't try and dive through that bollard because it'll shut on you, mate. Yeah, so Pontefract is these sort of pedestrianised zone where these bollards go up after 10. So I managed to get into there before they went up. I come to leave, I never thought to ask about it. I set off and I drove around the entire pedestrianised area, centre of Pontefract, and every exit that I could find had bollards up on it, of course, because it was like midday when I was trying to leave. So I was like, this is a problem. So I ended up back where I started, went back in again. It says to the builders in there, like, the bollards, how do you get out from them? And they're like, oh, bollards, yes, they go up at 10 and down at 4. And I was like, surely that cannot be just it. You know, it can't be. Bollards are up at 10. If you're in, like I was, you're there for the day. So I rang up the boss man who I'd been installing the machine from. And he's like, oh yeah, it's fine. The way you came in, just drive up to the bollard that's come up where you came in, and there's a pressure plate before it, and then it drops and lets you out. So, genius. So I did do that, and it worked. It let me out. Fortunately, I wasn't stuck in Pontefract all day, which could have been a bit tedious, to be honest. Okay, that's just doing a bit of a straight across routey thing. Rooty-doot. So, yes, pictures on Steemit. Everyone's doing pictures for me, which is wonderful. Of course, I do appear to be increasing popularity. Now, right down here on the right, as we just go past this pedestrian area on the right there, that's his roastery's just there, little shop there. So that's his other bit of unit. And yeah, what dragged out a bit, of course, it was chatting. He's just, of course, it's relatively only been roasting a few weeks now, so he's still learning. So he's asking me more questions about how to regulate his roasting a bit more. This guy is right up with chuff. I suppose I'm going to have to let this one out, so please don't get in my way. Yeah. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. So we shall park up by the engine room and I can do Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. Then I can go back to work, and I've had a message that I've not to bring my car into work because Square Chapel, who had an order yesterday, have decided that they forgot to order half of the stuff they wanted. So I'm going to load up some more stuff and nip down to Square Chapel after that. All fun and games, and then I can actually get into work and do some work in work. Marvellous. So let's just park up. That's on the end here for the engine room. And we shall do Mr. Ellis's words of wisdom on the old watch, which hopefully will not have any crashes. I've just done an update to it this morning, in fact. So, no, mail, that's what I want. Come back, mail. All is forgiven. And I've also updated, there's 10.3, 11.3, 11, God. 11.3 update, the beta, has come through, so, no, these are old. Oh, it's going to take forever, you know, Richard. Darn. Shall we do it when I get back again? Yeah, because it's going to take ages, and I just want to say there was enough hassle last week to edit out all my waffling when I was waiting for it to load up. So no, he's definitely not having it at the moment. So we'll catch it up in a minute. Right, a little bit, and I'll be back. Okay, I have made the technology work finally. I was looking at the wrong mail account. Duh. So, Mr. Nellis, your words of wisdom this week are: John Warboys, the taxi driver coming out of prison after 10 years. Right, okay. And Richard's going to see Jumanji And he said he was going to go to Lightcliff Tea Rooms for lunch on Monday when he went to see Jumanji. But I think since he's said that he's actually going to go to KFC on Monday instead, by the cinema in Leeds. He's also going to San Vito on Friday evening the next week for his dad's 60th birthday. Happy 60th birthday, your dad, Richard. Which is Saturday the 3rd of February is his dad's birthday, right? The death of Mark E. Smith. No, pardon me. Tom Cruise making Instagram debut. Well, there you are. Someone's got to make a debut on Instagram, haven't they? And Richard might sing Pretty Woman at the Feathers Pub on Tuesday evening. And he wants again to know what I'm doing Saturday morning, afternoon. I don't know. I'll tell you tomorrow morning. I'm probably going to be sleeping, actually. I need to desperately catch up on some sleep. And then food shopping and stuff in the afternoon. Sunday, fingers crossed, I will go down to Stoke this week. I postponed it last week because just the weather forecast was terrible. And my boy had decided he wanted to go climbing, so I thought, well, as he wants to go and do something, we'll go and do it with him. And a bit of a jaunty angle, my camera today, I don't know why. Moved it about a bit somehow. So, let's... someone coming, and I know they're parking up, so that's alright. So let's see if we can get out. Very gently ease the way out. Slow and steady. Doesn't end up with a big dent in the car. Oh, a bird is pooped down the side of my car as well, I've just noticed, which is very annoying. I shall have to be cleaning that off when I get to work at some point. Oh, great, you're going to stop right in the way, are you? That's marvellous. Thank you very much. Genius. So, I'm getting quite warm actually. It's nice and mild. This is only 4 degrees, but it feels a bit warmer today still. So, we're heading up to work so I can pick some more stuff up. So, I'll probably finish this off then when we get to work. Did manage to forget entirely that I was going to remind myself about my Steemit posts of this week, because I can't remember so many. I can of course remember that last night was the trip to Pontefract, and the night before it, which actually took 2 nights to do. A bit of an epic post that. I did start it on Tuesday night, and it just took so long putting it together and gathering the information and just sort of trying to put it all into a line of text that yeah, I couldn't finish it on Tuesday. It got so late and I was getting tired as well. I was just like, no, I'm gonna have to finish it up tomorrow, because if I'd sort of tried to finish it, I wouldn't have got everything I wanted in. In fact, I think I still missed some bits that I wanted to include in the end. With it transgressing 2 days, my sort of track of thought had just gone, and I couldn't drag all that information out. So that was quite a big one, and that was a post basically on all the ways to promote your Steemit posts, post promotion post. And I threw in some gifts from the original Italian Job, because it kind of fitted in with a bit of an idea I had in my head, and I kind of like just throwing in little fun gifts now and again. I've seen quite a few posters do it, and I think it's nice to just emphasise the vlog a little bit if you sort of throw in those images and whatever. It makes it a bit different. So and the thing is, moving stuff on a page is much better than just static images, I find. So threw some of those in as well. Of course, had my weekly posts, which is Coffees of the World, and try and pick a different coffee that I have and roast at work to just highlight, give some information on, and I do like a little bit of a taste test of it as well. So that's kind of different. Seems quite popular with people, just to highlight different regional coffees. So enjoying getting on with that. And then what else did we have? can't quite remember now. What did I do Sunday's post? I know I didn't get any gaming done. I would like to get some gaming footage done for this weekend. That's a big old bit of equipment there they're moving. Oh, do shut up, machine. It's not so bad, but when there's so many traffic lights, it just does you nutting. I'm not expecting any speed cameras or to be speeding even in the next few feet. So yeah, gaming. I want to do some gaming. I could do with doing yet another post on the. Can we get up there? No, let's go straight on and round. It doesn't matter. Well, it does actually, because we're going to be facing the wrong way for Square Chapel, but we shall overcome all obstacles. Or just turn round. To be simple. Actually, I don't even have to turn round. I can do a sort of a bit of a back loop. So yeah, I could do with doing some gaming. I could do with doing another just gaming PC post, because I want to keep up with that. I'm not sure if... Gaming PC, yeah, I just want to do, I don't know, I'm going to do a little bit more about how it's running and different bits and pieces. So, and I could do with a setup picture now actually, because I've done a green strip around the surround of the monitor as well now, so the monitor has green LED backlighting, so it's super duper greeny green. It is all the greens. So I could do with getting on with all that as well. So yeah, just there's a lot going on really. There is. So we're at the end, so I need to go and collect my next delivery. Such is the wonderful world of coffee. We deliver. We also do pork and lamb. Right, I am off to start my day of work. It seems like it's taken a long time to get there, but there you are. It's another long vlog. It's going to be even longer on Steemit once I put together all those little bits and pieces to make it special for the wonderful people. So have a good weekend, have a good week next week. Oh, and congratulations Bob, good work on the job. Pleased to hear you're getting out there and doing something, and I'm sure it's making you a lot happier to be well occupying your time. So anyway, have a good week next week folks, catch you in the next one. See ya.